Oh, man. Today on Underground Oddities, we talk about the year 2021 and all the great albums, in my opinion, that came out. Fantastic year. I mean, best year in a very long time? No? Am I wrong about this? I don't know, man. Fantastic year. For music. Not for a whole lot of other things, but for music. For art. Since this video is going to be pretty long, I think it's going to be a lengthy video. I'm only shooting with that camera today. This one here is taking a break. I'm just going to use this camera over here this time, and once this camera's memory card fills or the battery dies, this video is going to turn into a pseudo sort of podcast. So let's talk about albums on this Underground Oddities podcast. Underground Oddities. Underground Oddcast. Odd Pod. Terrible. What am I saying? I present to you the best albums of 2021, according to some dude who makes react videos on YouTube. And this list also includes EPs as well as LPs. Yes, that's right. I mixed them together into the same fucking list. I know. I'm a subterranean monstrosity, barely human, mostly Cro-Magnon. I listened to a colossal amount of albums before making this video, all throughout the year and into this current year. I don't know how YouTubers can like make their best of list and like release it in like early to mid December as if New Year's Eve is like December 10th. Like, what about all the artists who want to drop something on Christmas or New Year's Eve, like as a gift to you, and then you unintentionally will just snub them because you thought, I need to be first to release the best of albums 2021, basically in late November. I never understood that. I guess you just gotta be first. You gotta be quick and you gotta get all the views. That's what's important on this godforsaken website. Which is why I'll probably never be successful, because I could not give a fuck about that sort of thing. The video comes out when it comes out, man. I'm not here to be first. What do I look like, a fucking Olympic runner to you? I'm here to listen to music at my leisure. Okay? No shade to anyone who does that, by the way. You know who I'm talking about. Now, did I listen to every single album that came out in 2021? No. That's impossible. But did I try and check out every single thing that I might have a slight interest in and wait until the year was over? Yes. Am I probably gonna miss some albums that, you know, somehow flew under my radar and I'll probably end up regretting not listening to before making this fucking video? Yes, absolutely. That is destined to happen. In fact, if there's an album that's not on this list and you think it would be right up my alley, I expect you to do your duty as a music fan and comment that shit below, because I want to hear it. I'm not done with 2021. Not yet, not for a long time. I know there is a bunch more albums that I'm going to love from this year that I just haven't heard yet. So this list consists of 30 projects. Like I said before, LPs, EPs combined, mixed in. It's 30 projects. I'm going to kind of rush through number 30 to 11 and then spend a tiny bit more time with each of the top 10 entries. All right, so let's just start this list. Number 30 goes to Lord Mage by SCARLXRD and GHOSTEMANE. 3 songs, lots of screaming, production that'll make your sleep paralysis demon rage. It's a good project. Number 29, GARBOLOGY by AESOP Rock. Very wordy, fast, smart words, cool beats. Difficult is a fucking banger. I love that song so much. By the way, I was gonna make a video about my top favorite songs of the year, but instead I'm just gonna make a playlist on Spotify, and that's in the description below. You wanna hear some songs that I liked from 2021? Hit that link. And at number 28, Tread by Ross from Friends. Not the actual Ross from Friends. The artist name is literally Ross from Friends. Okay? Not this guy. It's this guy. It's an ambient house, future garage sort of thing. from Brain Feeder's very own. I love Brain Feeder. I'm always looking forward to Brain Feeder releases. Beautiful production on this thing. Number 27, we got a rap album here. Razor's Edge by Rome Streets and FUTUREWAVE. FUTUREWAVE did the production. It's an East Coast rap record. Spoilers, there's gonna be lots of those on this list. Highly recommend. You like that rap shit? You like that grimy rap shit? Go listen to it. Trust me. Number 26, we got I Lie Here Buried With My Rings and My Dresses by BLCKWASH. A terrifying industrial rap album. Very aggressive. Very nice. At number 25, we got Male Tears. I actually got a physical copy of this album. So the group is called Male Tears. Album is called Male Tears. This group also dropped an album last year, Trauma Club, which was really good. But I like this Male Tears project more. Solid sort of like goth, new wave, 80s sound and stuff. Love that group. Cannot wait to hear more from them. I can't wait to see where they go, because they're kind of just like starting off. I am very interested in this. If you like hazy sounding like 80s club bangers, go check out Male Tears. Their song Hit Me, which is not on this, it's on Trauma Club. Fantastic song. Love that song. At number 24, we got Rise and Grind by JUPILUXE. She put out a bunch of projects this past year. Lots of content. My favorite being her Rise and Grind project. Love the song flow. JUPILUXE is super absurdly underrated. So this next one definitely made many lists this year and placed high on those lists for good reasons. But it's number 23 for me, and that is Injury Reserves by the time I get to Phoenix. Super experimental abstract hip hop that is so depressing, but it is essential listening for sure. And here's another one that everyone probably has way higher on their list for sure, and you'll probably wonder why you even watch my channel after you hear this. Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator. Look, it's a great record. Manifesto, probably one of my favorite Tyler songs ever. Tyler raps on this whole album. He's rapping again. What more do I need to say? Lumberjack? What more do I need to say? I always look forward to a new Tyler project. All right, at number 21, we got BOROS by Lil Darkie. Wild vocals, experimental glitchy ass beats. Nice. I mean, these are some of the craziest sounds that I've heard Lil Darkie rap on top of. Very strange project. I liked it. And I'm sorry I didn't get that one on video as a reaction. I had a few people ask for that. If you want to get an idea of what my face looked like while I listened to that album, go pull up the A14 video that I did for Audible Heroin and go to Volkswagen Golf. That was kind of the reaction I had to BOROS. At number 20, we got PUPPETMASTA by DEADMEMXRY, which is basically a beat tape, if you want to call it that, but packed to the brim with pure hellfire. Fat, dirty, disgusting funk beats, trap beats, beats, all kinds of beats, all the beats, many beats. If you like beats, check out this tape. It's got the fucking beats, man. And at number 19, I got A.CHAL's smooth, reverberated, ballad-stacked Far From Gauze. Now, if we're talking alternative R&B, a few names come to mind for me. We got Joji, we got Frank Ocean, we got JPEGMAFIA. But with A.CHAL, I mean, this dude does not get enough recognition within that subgenre. He has been putting out so much solid stuff for years now. I mean, go watch his video for Round Whippin'. That fucking song and video is incredible. And it's like one of his earlier songs and videos. The quality was just pristine right off the fucking bat with this guy. If you like reverb, if you like beats that'll hit you in your subwoofer and your feelings, if you like silky smooth singing and rapping, check out Far From Gauze. And his earlier works too while you're at it. I mean, they're fucking fantastic. The standout tracks on this album for me are High Horse and Nobody Like Me. Love those songs. And at number 18, we got I'm Alright by Bearded Legend. A very solid rap album that has a bunch of slappers on it. Go and listen to See the Man. Go listen to Stress. The legend knows how to rap, and he raps his ass off on this thing, okay? If you like rapid fire flows where dudes just spaz out on beats. Why the fuck are you not listening to Bearded Legend? He's essential if you're looking for that sound. This album also has an unexpected genre switch up with the song 1994, where Legend makes a rock song that sounds straight out of the 90s, and let me tell you something. That song made me cry. It's great. It's fucking great. One of my favorite songs of the year. Love that song. Shouts out to Bearded fucking Legend though. Definitely want to make a video about him soon. At number 17, we got CARMEN WINSTEAD by ACETANTINA. I don't know if I said that right. I've never said that word out loud before. It's dark, it's trippy, it's complex, it's atmospheric electronic music that'll probably freak you out a little bit. This thing is fucking weird, and if you know me, you know I like that weird. So at number 16, we have AJ Suede's AVADA KEDAVRA. It's an abstract rap record with super clever bars from AJ. Love this album. He even released a remix version where he took his existing acapellas and let new producers make new beats for these songs. So remixes. Yeah. Why am I explaining what the fuck a remix is? Oh my god. Very cool stuff. Highly recommend to any hip-hop head. Number 15 is the boundary-pushing, constantly experimenting king of weird samples himself, JPEGMAFIA, with his crazy-ass album, LP, the offline version. One of the most unique artists working in any genre today. Dude is so out there, constantly surprising me with weirder and weirder material. I fucking love it. I love him. I love him. I love Peggy. I want to see that dude live at some point. Number 14 goes to Plague Town by 8485, also known as 80. This EP is so... If I could use one word to sum up this EP, I would say nice. I mean, it's kind of sad, but it just sounds so sweet. It's been described as a like synth pop sort of ambient pop sort of thing. And again, I'm sorry, I'm bad with genres, but all I know is that Purgatory still hits me right in my feels every time so deeply. Such a beautiful song. I did a reaction to that one, if you're unaware, and I cried during it. I cried on the internet. I regret nothing. At number 13, we got another rap record. Yeah, I know, another rap record. I tend to listen to a lot of rap, okay? That's what I like to listen to. This one's from the self-described professional hater himself, Slime to GARBAGEMANE with GARBAGEMANE's Curse. Snake Made of Lightning might be the most underrated song of 2021. Maybe Itemized might be the most underrated of 2021. Either way, both songs are on this project. I highly encourage you to go give this a listen. It's a heater, and not enough people have listened to it. Oh, by the way, go check out Slime's merch. Dude probably makes the craziest fucking merch that I've ever seen. He puts some wild shit on shirts. So number 12 is one that a lot of you guys are probably familiar with, Bones, In Loving Memory. In Loving Memory is my favorite thing that he put out last year. The production on that thing. Frigid. Ice cold. It sounds like icicles falling on your head. It makes me shiver almost. Like that opening track makes me cold. Makes me want to put on a turtleneck. The camera's dead, so I'm going to show you some footage of me driving around with my dog, because that has to do with albums. Hopefully this is visually appealing to the eyes. So at number 11, we have Space Africa's Honest Labor. The most abstract album on this list. Honestly pretty difficult for me to define with a genre. But basically the album is definitely abstract. It's strange, it's beautiful, it sounds celestial. Love it. Love it. Best to listen to in a dark room by yourself, late at night, with some good headphones. Helps if it's raining outside too. Adds to the ambiance. This album is a trip. Definitely recommend it if you're into experimental music. Definitely give it a listen. So at number 10, another grimy rap record of the boom bap variety. Roz Fresco's Secret Wars, produced fully by legendary producer DiBiase, who I have been familiar with for a very long time due to his sets that he used to do at the Low End Theory. Dude's beat tapes are among my favorite of the entire genre, so when I seen he was making a rap record with Raz Fresco, I mean, I was excited to say the least. Fresco snapped all over this thing. Mix that with DiBiase's beats, I mean, I can't help but bob my fucking skull. And Stankface is a guarantee if you're a connoisseur of rap tracks with thick beats. I fucking love this thing. Love it. It did not get nearly enough recognition. So next on this list of the coolest shit that I listened to last year is Enfrac's Lovin' Fragments. Kind of short listen, being an EP. I mean, it's 20 minutes, but it just flies by. It's listed as an atmospheric drum and bass project with some ambient elements. The fucking quality here is outstanding. This thing kicks ass. I don't have a lot to say about this one, but I will say this. It blows my mind every single time I listen to it. Atmospheric super slaps. Do you need to know more? It's something that every electronic fan should experience. The second and fourth tracks are my favorite. So this next album is one filled with nostalgic, funky vaporwave / chillwave beats, a super trippy, old school feeling odyssey. FM Skyline's Illuminations. Loved this project to death. Love the song Harlequin, which comes with this very cool music video that at times looks like a late 90s computer game cinematic or screensaver or something like that. It just has that feel. Album transports me to another era that I used to live in, an era of laser tag and beanbag chairs, N64, bike rides through cool summer nights. But the album also has this layer of darkness and sadness kind of like looming over it a little bit. Also like my childhood. This is a stellar album. It needs way more ears on it. Go check out FM Skyline if any of that sounds interesting to you. So this next entry on this list is a colossal project. Colossal in many ways. The amount of people involved here are just unbelievable. Brockhampton's Roadrunner. Brockhampton is already a huge group. I mean, what is it, like 13 people or something like that? And then on top of that, we get features from Danny Brown, JPEGMAFIA, ASAP Rocky, The Fergustein, and more. This project has so much talent pushing it, so many great ideas from a diverse cast of creatives. Bankroll fucking slaps. Ferg's best verse in forever. Dude spazzed out. And then we got Danny Brown on Buzzcut. I mean, goddamn, dude. What a way to open an album with Buzzcut. Just going for the fucking breakneck pace right off the bat. And to me, the highlight of the album, the song I keep coming back to over and over, Chain On featuring Peggy. That instrumental is just fantastic. The bounce that it has, I can't help but just dance horribly every time I hear it. And I love the song Windows too. Love this project. Great project. Super, super solid. So at number 6 we have Juk Till I Die by Ava Boy. Parts nightcore, parts drum and bass, all electronic. Production is top tier. There's never a dull moment on this one in my opinion. This thing is just so much fun. It makes me miss the days of raves and just, you know, electronic music festivals. Yeah, this project is just so much fun, very high energy, lots of remixes and sampling going on here. The track that's is called Is There a Point, and then in brackets, Girl You Know. That switch up that happens about halfway through the song, oh my god, dude. Absolute bop, like the definition of a bop. The Death of Ava Boy, another stunner. Two very different songs, but that's what I love about this project. It is just all over the fucking place, but in a very good way. Love this album to death. I wish it was on Spotify, but I understand why it will never be on there because there's just way too many samples to clear. So this next entry on this list, I already made an entire video about this album, a full reaction to every song, so I won't go into too much detail here, but Audible Heroin by A14. It just had to make the list for me, and it had to place high as well. This thing is just so much fun. It will hurt the fuck out of your ears and give you a migraine, but it's worth it. Experimental, distorted instrumentals that will leave a permanent rattle in your Sennheisers. Seriously, I have a rattle in my Sennheisers because of this album. I'm convinced. I love it. I listen to it loud, and it's dangerous for not only my technology but for my eardrums, and I don't care about either, apparently. Combine those beats with A14 screaming his fucking guts out for most of it. It's great. And speaking of A14, I asked you guys on my Twitter what your favorite albums of the year were, and the madman himself replied with some of his. The albums he said were Delete Zeke, Frailty, and Osquin's Drive-By Lullabies. Not what I expected from such an abrasive artist. I thought this dude was gonna list some like extreme noise avant-garde shit that's just like buildings being demolished with a microphone recording all the sounds at plus 100 decibels, you know, that sort of thing. But the projects he listed are cool. It's super interesting to see what music artists listen to themselves. Shouts out to 814, man. Love you, dude. I love you. All right, at number 4, we have Lost Dreams by Akiba or Akaba. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Again, I'm bad at pronouncing names that I've never heard spoken before, so I'm pretty sure it's Akaba, though. This one kind of came out of nowhere for me. I had never heard of this artist before, and like I said earlier in this video, I was re-listening to a lot of albums that came out in 2021. Spotify actually recommended this to me based on my listening habits. So I checked out their album that they put out last year, and I instantly fell in love. I love how this album sounds. I love how it feels. It's super atmospheric. It's an electronic album. It's mostly breakcore with some adjacent subgenres mixed in. The way I feel when I listen to this album, it's like it reminds me of like an isolated, lonely feel of like a Resident Evil 4 save room theme song towards like the later half of the game. You know what I'm talking about? Like that kind of gloomy sadness, but this has it like set to high BPMs that slap. If you're a fan of Sewer Slut or like moody electronic music in general, definitely check out this project. I keep saying this fucking word, but it's absurdly underrated. This artist is not very well known and definitely should be. Akaba, I don't know who you are, and there's like no information anywhere about you, but I do know this. I fucking love you. I love your music. These next 3 albums, it was very difficult for me to choose what would go into number 3, number 2, number 1 slot. I struggled immensely with this because these 3 albums are perfect to me. It's hard to rank what's better than what. Ultimately, this list is pretty fluid on different days. Some things will be higher or lower. But for when I, solidified this list, this is what I put at number 3. If you like raw East Coast rap, some of that boom bap, some of that, jazzy production, hazy production with ice cold, deadpan delivery, hypnotic flows, look no further, because I think I found the best project of 2021 that checks all of those boxes. Mokhami's absolute masterpiece, Pray for Haiti. I have listened to this fucking thing so many times, front to back, on repeat. The opening track, the 26 letter, is addicting. I don't know what it is about that goddamn horn sample that just loops over and over, while Mach is spitting insanely clever bars that are just so cold. I mean, frigid, ice cold, Arctic at midnight, no sunlight. I don't know if they get sunlight at midnight there, but you know what the fuck I mean. It's cold as fuck, these bars. And it's so good. I've listened to that song alone so many times that it was my most played song of 2021 according to Spotify. The 26 letter is so fucking repetitive, and for some reason, the more I listen to it, the more I want to hear it again. It doesn't make any sense, but I love it, and it's definitely my favorite instrumental of the year. There's something so hypnotizing about that instrumental. I can't get enough of it. I just can't. But yeah, this album is stacked with incredible production in general. Every single track hits so nice. Some other highlights on the album for me are Folie à Deux. That instrument... I'm nerding out here, but like the production, the sample on Folie à Deux is disgusting. Stellar Ray Theory, Marie, Magnum Band. I mean, There isn't a weak track on this album, in my opinion. If this list I'm making here was strictly rap albums and no other genre, this would place first, by far. This is the best rap album of 2021, in my opinion. Lots of great projects this past year, but I mean, goddamn, this one is just way up there. Like, way, way, way above everything else. Alright, so only 2 albums left here, and in second place for what I think are the best albums of 2021 is Lil Ugly Mane's Volcanic Bird Enemy and The Voiced Concern. My favorite rapper of all time, Lil Ugly Mane, does this complete departure from what he is known for, fully defying expectations. Volcanic Bird Enemy is a dreary, drunken ride through all kinds of subgenres that are far from the Memphis Southern hip-hop chopped and screwed stuff you'd hear on his early stuff like Mr. Thug Isolation. I mean, look, Travis is no stranger to genre experimentation, but usually he will just go under a different alias when he's venturing out from that horrorcore rap stuff with names like Bedwetter or Vudmerk. Go check out his Bedwetter project, by the way. Stoop Lights, one of the best rap songs ever. So to hear him use his most famous alias to release something like this is very surprising. And you know, this thing is dark just like his previous works, but in a different kind of way. It's depressing, but through the lens of someone who's caring less and less about it all. Like, he just sounds so broken in this. It's very sad. It's a very sad listen, but it's like these like kind of like old sounding, like happy little tunes playing in the background. Fans are always divided when an artist switches up their style so drastically. It happens all the time, and I get it. I mean, wanting more of a good thing is understandable, but ultimately, watching an artist grow and try new things is exciting to me. And those old records you fell in love with will always be there. I'm not sure. I don't think people were very divided on this, though. I think most of Ugly's fans did dig this project, which is good. He took a risk with this. This is a huge risk. So my favorite tracks on this project are VPN, which that song itself is one of my favorite songs of the year. And I also really loved Headboard and Cold in Here. Very, very well written, super unique production. Lil Ugly Mane is my favorite rapper, like I said, and he has been for a long time. This album has not deterred me in the slightest. Volcanic Bird Enemy ultimately sounds like something from the distant past, but I feel like it's going to resonate with people even decades from now. I feel like I'm going to be listening to this thing when I'm like an old man. That's if I live to be an old man. Alright, and at number 1, for my favorite album of 2021, We Had Good Times Together, Don't Forget That, by Sewer Slut. Sewer Slut is one of my favorite artists of all time. All the releases that she put out this past year made me very happy. This one was especially spellbinding for me. Parts ambient, some soothing ambience, some disturbing. We got some breakcore on this thing, we got some trance, a few other subgenres of electronic stuff. It's 14 tracks, it's an hour and a half long. I mean, there's some long songs on here. We got 5, 6, 7 minute long songs, with the closing track being 17 minutes. Lots of Sewer Slut material here. This album is dark, it's chaotic, it's very bleak, but sometimes glimmering. It's always bleak, though, if you're just reading the song titles. I really hope you're okay, June. It's just a whirlwind of many different sounds and textures. My favorite songs on this album are The Last Thing She Said to Me, Blissful Overdose, and the closing track, Goodbye. It's also worth mentioning that this entire album has a visual component on Sewer Slut's YouTube page, where you can listen to the entire project for free. The visuals really enhance the feel of the record, adding visually to the lo-fi feel of the album. This album is just something you gotta experience, so if you're a fan of electronic music, definitely go listen to it. We Had Good Times Together, don't forget that. Sewer Slut. My favorite album of 2021. What a fucking year it has been. And that's that.
a long list of cool music that entered my brain last year and stuck with me in one way or another. Hopefully you guys find some cool stuff on here to listen to. I am insanely excited for 2022. I have a feeling 2022 is going to be just as wild, if not more, musically speaking. I hope it's not wild in other ways. We need to chill the fuck out. I mean, if we're talking music, 2022 already off to an insane start. Spoilers for best of 2022 video that's going to come out in a year, but like that new Earl sweatshirt project that just dropped. Fucking hell, man. Gem. What a gem. Alright, this was Underground Oddities. Thank you for listening or watching or both. If you liked this video, please leave a like. I hope you guys find some stuff here that piques your interest. And yeah, I didn't really think of what to say here at the end of this video. And shouts out to music.